Hi, I'm Emily. 6 months ago, I finally did what I should have done years ago. I grabbed my savings and walked away from my controlling parents. Now, at 28, I'm standing in my own restaurant, the Blue Note Kitchen, right in the heart of the historic Jazz District. The worn brick walls and hardwood floors have more character than the sterile mansion I grew up in. This place has serious potential, kid. Just needs the right touch of soul. That's Marcus, legendary saxophone player turned mentor, checking out our stage area. His silver-streaked dreadlocks and warm smile made me trust him instantly when he wandered in during renovations. The acoustics in here are perfect for a quartet, maybe even a quintet on weekends. Already thinking about the lineup? We haven't even finished setting up the kitchen. Girl, music is the heartbeat of any good jazz spot. Speaking of which, the kitchen doors swing open and Tony, my head chef, bursts out with his usual energy. Emily, you gotta taste this new sauce I'm working on for the shrimp. It's gonna blow your mind. Save some for me, Sophie calls out, practically dancing between tables as she sets up for our soft opening. She's been my best friend since culinary school, and there's no one I trust more to run the front of house. Her bright red hair matches her personality, bold and impossible to ignore. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first critic booking. James strolls in, tablet in hand. As president of the Business Association, he's been invaluable in helping me navigate the district's politics. Diana Thompson wants to review us next week. Diana Thompson, the food critic who made that fancy French place shut down last month? Tony stops mid-sauce tasting. The very same, but don't worry, she's tough but fair. And she's here right now. A sharp voice cuts through our chatter. We all turn to see a woman in her 40s, elegant but approachable, standing in the doorway. I like to get a feel for new places before they open. Less pressure, more honest impressions. I feel my heart racing, but keep my voice steady. Welcome to Blue Note Kitchen. We're honored to have you. Diana walks the space slowly, taking everything in. Your parents' restaurant empire casts a long shadow in this city. Bold move, opening your own place. This isn't their shadow, this is my light. She smiles, sharp and knowing. Good answer. I'll be watching your progress with great interest, Emily. This district needs fresh energy and maybe a little rebellion. As Diana leaves, I catch Sophie's eye. She knows what I'm thinking. My parents will eventually hear about this place. But for the first time in my life, I'm ready for them. This is my kitchen, my rules, my family of choice. Let them come. All right, crew, back to work. I clap my hands. We've got a restaurant to open. The Friday night crowd at Blue Note Kitchen is exactly what I dreamed of. Every table filled, Marcus's quartet playing smooth jazz, and the smell of Tony's Cajun shrimp filling the air. Then I see them walk in, and my stomach drops. Your maitre d' didn't even recognize the Callahan name. Sloppy training, dear. Mother's familiar, condescending tone cuts through the music. Because I didn't tell her to expect you, Mother. We're fully booked. Father steps forward, all fake smiles and business suit. Now, Emily, is that any way to treat your parents? Especially when we're here to help sort out this little experiment of yours. Your help isn't needed. The restaurant's doing fine. Fine? With these profit margins? He waves his tablet. I've seen your numbers. The family has investment rights here. This was built with Callahan money. My savings, my restaurant. There are no family rights. Such a shame. Mother sighs loudly, making sure nearby tables can hear. First, the incidents at school, then that unfortunate episode with the family accountant. Sophie appears at my side. Everything okay here, Em? Just fine. My parents were leaving. Oh, you must be Sophie. Mother's voice drips honey. Has Emily told you about the time she... Save your stories. I know Emily. The real Emily. Later that night, James rushes in during cleanup. We need to talk. Your parents just left a business association meeting. They're claiming you stole their investment capital. What? That's insane. They're also telling suppliers you have payment issues. Marco from the seafood company called me asking if it's true. Tony slams a pot down. Those two showed up at my apartment this morning. Tried to convince me you've got a history of not paying staff. They're trying to destroy everything. My voice shakes. That's not all. Diana walks in, looking worried. Your mother contacted my editor, pushing some story about health code violations. I shut it down, but they're playing dirty. Marcus puts a hand on my shoulder. Kid, I've seen this before. They're trying to isolate you, make you desperate enough to give in. Already got 3 calls from other restaurant owners. James adds. Your parents are spreading rumors faster than a wildfire. I grip the counter, knuckles white. They think they can walk in here and take over? After everything? What's the plan, boss? Sophie asks, and I see the whole team waiting for my answer. We document everything. Every visit, every call, every lie. James, can you get statements from the owners they've approached? Already on it. Diana, if they contact your editor again, I'll get it in writing. Every word. They want to play dirty? I straighten up, anger burning cold and clear. Let's show them how it's done. But we do this my way, clean, legal, and by the book. They're not taking this place. Not now, not ever. The stack of evidence on my desk keeps growing. Sophie drops another folder, her face grim. 3 more suppliers got calls from your parents yesterday. They're trying to convince everyone we're about to go bankrupt. Got something worse? Diana walks in, laptop open. Remember how I said this felt familiar? Look at this. The screen shows old newspaper articles. My hands shake as I read headlines about failed businesses, all started by young entrepreneurs, all somehow connected to my parents. Your brother wasn't the first, Emily. Remember Michael, the tech startup kid? Dad's mentee from 5 years ago? They said he had a mental breakdown and sold the company. More like they drove him to sell. And there's Sarah Chen's Organic Cafe, David Miller's marketing firm. Marcus leans in the doorway. Just got off the phone with Michael and Sarah. They're willing to talk. Same pattern. Your parents offered help, then started spreading rumors, cutting off suppliers, filing complaints. Speaking of complaints, James rushes in, waving his phone. Health department just showed up. Anonymous tip about food safety violations. I got this. Tony heads for the kitchen. Everything's documented, dated, and photographed. They won't find a single violation. Sophie pulls out her phone, scrolling through notes. Let's see. We've got 17 instances of harassment, 23 attempted supplier interventions, 4 false complaints, and those weird calls to the fire marshal. Don't forget the private investigator they hired, James adds. Caught him taking photos through the windows yesterday. My phone buzzes. Another text from Mother. Just trying to protect you from yourself, darling. The restaurant clearly isn't working out. Let us handle things. They're planning something bigger. Diana points to her screen. Look at the pattern. First isolation, then financial pressure, then a forced sale. Marcus nods. They're trying to make you so desperate you'll have to sell to them. Got the proof right here. James pulls up an email. Your father's been approaching investors, claiming you're looking to sell due to personal issues. But we're actually doing great, right? Tony asks from the kitchen doorway. Last week was our best yet. That's what's driving them crazy. I laugh, but there's no humor in it. They can't stand that I'm succeeding without them. Look at this. Sophie shows me a social media post. Your mom's planning some big charity dinner next week. All the major restaurant critics and owners will be there. Perfect timing. Diana smiles sharply. The jazz festival starts that same night. And I just had an idea. Marcus pulls out his phone. Let me call some old friends. If your parents want a show, let's give them one they'll never forget. I look around at my team, my real family. Time to end this game. You all in? The chorus of hell yes makes me smile for the first time in days. My parents think they're closing in for the kill, but they have no idea what's coming. The Jazz Festival's opening night has Blue Note Kitchen packed to the rafters. Marcus and his quartet are warming up when my parents walk in, right on schedule. Emily, darling, we've come to make one final offer. Mother's smile freezes when she sees Michael, Sarah, and David sitting at the bar. Interesting timing. I gesture to the small stage. We were just about to make an announcement. You're making a scene. Father reaches for my arm, but Tony and Sophie step between us. Actually, we're making history. James takes the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Truth Night at Blue Note Kitchen. We've got some special stories to share. Michael steps up first. 5 years ago, Robert and Helen Callahan destroyed my tech company through manipulation and lies. This is slander, Father shouts, but Sarah takes the mic next. They did the same to my cafe. Spread rumors, scared off suppliers, filed false reports, just like they did to their own daughter. Diana stands, recorder in hand. I have documented proof of every false complaint, every manipulated supplier, every lie they've told. The health department inspector walks in, badge gleaming. Speaking of complaints, we've confirmed all reports against this establishment were falsified. We're looking at criminal charges for that. Mother's face goes pale. You ungrateful little... Save it! Marcus cuts in. The business association just voted. You're banned from the district permanently. You can't do this. Father pulls out his phone. I'll call my lawyers. Already called mine. I hand them an envelope. That's a restraining order, and those are harassment charges. Sophie documented everything. Your own children? Mother looks around desperately. What will people think? They'll think what we tell them. David stands. All of us, every person you've tried to control and destroy. Get out. My voice doesn't shake. This is my house, my family, my life. As security escorts them out, the crowd erupts in applause. Tony brings out celebration champagne while Marcus's band strikes up a victory tune. Check this out! James shows me his phone. The story's already trending. #Callahan Crimes. You did it, Em. Sophie hugs me tight. They can't hurt anyone else now. We did it. All of us. I look around at my chosen family. Now let's show them what real success looks like. 6 months later, Blue Note Kitchen is the hottest spot in the district. Tony's got a cooking show deal, Sophie's running our new training program, and Marcus's Jazz Academy uses our stage for student showcases. Got a minute, boss? James walks in with a familiar face, the owner of that fancy French place that closed. Someone's interested in joining our restaurant family? I smile, remembering Diana's words about rebellion and fresh energy. The district's changing, growing, healing. And this time it's happening the right way, with truth, trust, and real family values. Pull up a chair. I wave them over. Let's talk about the future. Hey there, I've got a challenging question for you. If you were Emily, would you have exposed your parents publicly like that? Or tried to handle it privately first? Think about it. She chose maximum public damage over any chance of reconciliation. Was that justice? Or revenge? Some say public exposure was the only way to protect others from her parents' pattern of destroying businesses. Others might argue she went too far, that family issues should stay private no matter what. What's your take? Would you have done the same? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective on where the line is between justice and revenge when it comes to toxic family members. If you enjoyed exploring these complex family dynamics and want more stories that make you think, hit that subscribe button and join our storytelling community. Your engagement helps us create more content that sparks meaningful conversations like this one.